JMT here with another video for you. Welcome once again to JMT1, and welcome. And I have court in a couple days, so we'll have to go to court, talk to the judge, tell him, hey man, what's going on, judge? If the court can concede this, or if the court can concede that, who knows? Depending on what type of judge you're dealing with. Judge. It's funny how they put the honor in the court system. They call the judge your honor. That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. So when we face the judge, we'll let him have the floor. But I'll tell you. I'll tell you this and nothing more. When I get done telling you this, you can believe it or not believe it. If I be the one that represents you, or if I be the one that represents anyone, for whatever reason, if I be the one to represent you or anyone, or for whatever reason, always know this. My clients don't go to jail. Ever. You'll see. Then you'll believe. I've talked about the equilibrium, and it's funny how I'm talking about court systems and this, that, and the other, but the balanced scale of liberty and the justice for all. Now that's a very interesting slogan. That's some kind of a way ski-daddled its way into the law thingamajigger. That's what we'll call it, the law thingamajigger. You gotta twinkle your fingers when you do that. The law thingamajigger. Well, anyways, the law thingamajigger. Well, anyways, yeah. Take that into account. The law thingamajigger. And none of my clients go to jail. My clients don't go to jail. There probably will come a time where there will be a whole different type of system pertaining to law and this, that, and the other. I remember, how this law thing came about was, people were doing what it is that they wanted, and a group of people did not have control. They wanted control over not only the group of people, but situations. They wanted control over all situations. So it's like, well, we don't have that situation under control, so okay, so we came up with this thing called the law, right? A certain thing called the law. And so when, people were just doing their own thing, and they're just out there, not bothering anybody, they're just doing their own thing. And all of a sudden, boom, they kick in the door, kick them down, kick everything in the place around, turn the place upside down, and then they say, oh, you can't do this to me. And then they say, yes, we fucking can, because it's the fucking law. That's how the law became about, man. That's how the law became about. What is the law? Well, if it's not JMT's law, well, it's the wrong law. And once there was Murphy's Law. But I'll tell you right now, there's a new law in town. Not just in town. It's a new universal law. And it's the JMT's law. That's right. The JMT's law. And if you can get into that, then you'll be right as rain. You won't be right as rain. And all of your troubles will be vastly added onto more of whatever you got going on. So I'll be sure to go over all this later on. Right now, it's just up in the air right now. You know, make sure you got a relaxed mind before you get into all this. It can be too overwhelming at times. When you're overwhelmed, you have to walk away, give yourself a break, all right? Give yourself a break. You know, I've been watching so many people. They're in the court system, man. They're not reporting to their probation, just getting themselves in all kinds of trouble, fucked up on drugs, ordered by the court to attend meetings, get jobs, meet certain deadlines, and a lot of them, they can't even do it. A lot of them can't even do it. I seen, I almost said I was in court the other day. I was not in court the other day. I watched it on the TV, court and TV, the court system in TV. It's on TV. You can watch it on TV now. But I seen a young man says, Your Honor, just send me to jail because I'd be honest with you, I just cannot do the probation. You want me to report into you. You want me to take these classes. I'd rather just do my time in jail. And the judge is like, well, I mean, from what I understand, you've got a son, don't you? Like, yeah. Well, if you do your time, you're not going to be there for your son. What is your son going to say? Your Honor, I can't do it. That's what he said. I don't know how he, what he ruled on that day. But the man said, Your Honor, I just can't do it. Send me to jail. And I said, wow. Wow. But very blessed to be outside of that system and not inside the system, because the hoops that they got for these boys inside the system, man, let me tell you, holy moly. Well, I don't know. So I'll be going to tell the judge, face the judge, I'll be telling the judge a thing or two about a thing or two, you know. Be telling the judge about a thing or two about a thing or two. And I'm pretty sure he'll tell me a thing or two about a thing or two. But in the end, hopefully, it all goes well, man. I've never really, even though I don't really like the laws that are set out here for the people. I've never really broken the law. I've just bent it a little bit. Never really broke it in half and no shit like that. No, but I have bent the law, bent it to the JMT law. And that's what the future is. The future is JMT law. We'll get into that a little bit later on. A little bit later on. I don't want to get into left field with JMT law, but it is what it is. In all fairness. In all fairness. Ah. Yeah. Hmm. You know, let me tell you something that you already know. Sons of bitches lobby in Washington to get certain laws passed that benefit certain people and defy other people. Certain crimes people have done 20 years for. Someone with the right no-habs. Someone with the right money committed the same crime as another person. The person with no no-habs and no money gets 20 years. The person with no-habs and money gets 6 months out, free, walking around, alive but alive in the land of the living. Go figure, right? Well, all that's about to change, my friend. Like I said, the old way is about to fade away into nothing. And there's a new way that's going to come about. There'll be those that will accept it and those that will not accept it. They will not accept it, but the new way will still be onward, brother. It will still go onward, brother. Onward, brother. But all in all, the old way will pass. Just like there's the thing about it is it can't be compared to, the old way can't be compared to the Old Testament or the New Testament. Or it can't be. No. Why? Well, here's why. even though the New Testament claims that it's the New Testament and you are renewed from all of that. So the Old Testament is null and void. I must say no. Others say the New Testament makes the Old Testament null and void. But because it's the Word of God, it's the same today, yesterday, and forever. So you will have to go back to the Old Testament to reference certain things that exist in this reality. I think that will conclude this video, and I'll be sure to follow up on this very subject very, very soon. In fact, sooner than you think. In the words of the late Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other.